do his opening remarks and introduce them. Before I give the floor to Dr. Tedros, just to remind you that we will be also sending you some news from other WHO offices from around the world with the audio file from this press briefing a little bit later. Give the floor immediately to Dr. Tedros.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The COVID-19 pandemic continues to take a heavy toll on families, communities, and nations the world over. But it's also giving rise to incredible acts of generosity, solidarity, and cooperation. We have said consistently that we're all in this together, and we can only succeed together. We need an all-of-society approach with everyone playing their part. That includes people in the entertainment industry. Today, I'm very delighted to be joined by one of the biggest names in entertainment in the world, Lady Gaga, and my friend Hugh Evans, the founder and CEO of Global Citizen. WHO has been working with Global Citizen for several weeks on the Together at Home concert series, with artists like Chris Martin and John Legend giving free online performances. Now we're working with Lady Gaga and Global Citizen to take this concept and make it even bigger through the One World Together at Home virtual global special on Saturday, the 18th of April. It's now my great pleasure to invite Lady Gaga and Hugh Evans to say more about this very special event, One World.
Dr. Tedros. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's listening and watching. I would like to thank the World Health Organization and the United Nations, as well as Global Citizen. Thank you very much, Dr. Tedros and Hugh Evans, for all of your leadership in this fight against COVID-19. And thank you very much to the World Health Organization for asking me to collaborate with you on this special. We are also very grateful to all of the healthcare professionals across the country and around the world who are on the front lines during COVID-19. This global pandemic is a catastrophe. I'm so thankful to them, and I'm also praying for those who are sick. It's been a pleasure to partner with Global Citizen, and we have been working all together behind the scenes to raise money for the World Health Organization. I would also like to send my prayers as well to people that are losing their jobs and are having a hard time feeding themselves and their children. We are raising money for the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. And 7 days ago, we held a call with more than 68 corporate leaders from some of the world's biggest and most generous companies. And I asked them to join my corporate kindness list, as there have been many corporations and philanthropists that have been very, very generous during this time. Since then, we have also been calling on philanthropists around the world as well, and tech companies included. Again, I'd like to reiterate our deep gratitude to the medical community. My heart is very, very achy and warm for those who are ER doctors as well as nurses who are sleeping in cars to make sure that they don't infect their families or their patients. What you are doing is putting yourselves in harm's way to help the world, and we all salute you, and you are a triumph, truly. I am proud to say that over the past 7 days, we've raised a total of $35 million for the Solidarity Fund. This money will include essential PPE, supplies and testing kits around the world, and will help improve lab capacity to rapidly process tests. It will also coordinate research development. It is so important to think globally and to support the World Health Organization to curb the pandemic and prevent future outbreaks. I know Dr. Tedros is particularly concerned about Africa, and so are all. We also need to act locally by supporting local charities and initiatives so that the frontline healthcare workers and those in immediate need have the resources they need to survive during this time. It has been an honor to help with this huge broadcast event, which will take place on April 18th, where we need to tell the stories of and celebrate the frontline community, healthcare workers, and their acts of kindness. We will be on different networks, many networks actually, and I wanted to talk a little bit broadly about what we're going to be doing. What's very important is two things happen for all of us, that we celebrate and we highlight the singular, kind global community that is arising right now. Two, we want to highlight the gravity of this historical, unprecedented cultural movement. And three, we want to celebrate and encourage the power of the human spirit. I would like to, on behalf of the World Health Organization and Global Citizen, thank Dr. Tedros as well as everyone that has donated so far. We are going to continue fundraising, but I would like to also let you know that this broadcast special is not actually a fundraiser. We all wanted to raise the money before we went on air. So when we do air live on April 18th, put your wallets away, put your credit cards away, anything away that you need to, and sit back and enjoy the show that you all very much deserve. And I'd like to pass this now to Hugh Evans, who's been a wonderful partner of mine. Hugh, thank you so much, and thank you, Dr. Tedros.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you, Dr. Tedros, and thank you, Lady Gaga. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Gaga, Dr. Tedros, you've both demonstrated extraordinary leadership at an unprecedented moment when our society is being challenged like never before, and we are so thankful for your leadership. I'd like to echo Lady Gaga's sentiment and commend the incredible acts of bravery demonstrated by the frontline community health workers around the world. And I hope that we, as a shared humanity, emerge from this moment forever grateful for the work of doctors, nurses, teachers, grocery store workers, and all of those who are the backbone of our communities. Global health is at the very core of the Global Citizen mission, and we must ensure that the world's poorest and most marginalized people have access to resources to cope with and tackle this health crisis. Through One World, Together at Home on April 18, we will be calling on philanthropists, corporations, and governments to fund critical global COVID-19 response efforts, including distribution of resources and PPE.
Audio circuit for the Reuters live service. This is the primary audio circuit for the Reuters live service. This is the primary audio circuit for the Reuters live service. This is the primary audio circuit for the Reuters live service. This is the primary audio circuit for the Reuters